Tim messing with it. There's way more important things.
Yeah.
The DDA, needs to be run by the downtown people. They want to take it over. Let's let them have at it.
Well,
We got the money to fund
Hey,
it.
Bev. Hey, how are you?
I don't really want to interfere with lawyers. I don't really want to pay $30,000. But on the other hand,
All right. Well, let's just figure out let's give the direction on getting a cost and timeline expectations. That way we can hold everybody accountable.
Yeah, it's not too
and
fun.
keep it moving.
but who's everybody
We
going to
started
be?
back today, and I
Well, I
was
don't think
like,
we need to figure that out
it's
tonight.
5:30 in the morning,
I think
and I do not like getting
I
up
mean,
this
there's
early
rules.
anymore.
You have to be a downtown business, I think, to be a member of.
I'll be
the
glad
DDA.
when
We
they
gotta
can
figure out
drive
the rules.
themselves.
I think at this point.
That's my whole point. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
distance City Hall from all of this.
Yeah. Well, let's.
You shouldn't be paying any taxpayer dollars for any of this.
Yeah.
And I mean, the fact that we run a lot of this through the office, I mean, even the trail, and Jerry says the city's not helping. They use the building.
Right.
They use our staff, so it's like saying you're a volunteer and you get paid. You're not.
So what I'm thinking is that we focus on utilizing the city to get it established again,
Right.
utilizing the resources.
Right.
We already know we have money in the coffers. We've already got Deb on that.
Right.
Find the money again. We put it away. It's
Yeah,
just
we
not
know where
in
it
the
is. It's
account.
accounted for.
Right. So
Right.
use that money. No loss to the city. We give the money
No,
back to.
that's a, and it's
But
a
we
tough
have to have a head.
schedule, 'cause you
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
available
Well,
in the morning
It's
and
always
in
their
the
Pat's.
afternoon.
It's
So it really
always
kind
their
of,
Pat's. But I don't feel
it kind of
the
sucks.
city manager needs to attend.
each time.
I feel the commissioner
2
needs to
hours
attend
maybe?
because,
But that's down
So,
the
but
road.
like,
I think
Right.
once
once
we
it's a
establish
split,
it, then we
it's
start
not
going
like,
through application.
but it shouldn't take,
You know?
I mean,
Takes up your whole day pretty much.
I'd like,
yeah.
I really want to research how much it's going to cost.
Yeah. Let's just start with cost and timeline tonight, and we'll circle back next. I think that's good.
Yeah, get the ball rolling, and then we'll establish the details.
Then we'll have something to sink our teeth into a little more and actually talk more about.
Agreed.
Cool. I'm good with that.
I'm not going to comment about the resignation
That's fine.
unless they get really stupid. If
Yeah,
they
let's
get really
just keep-
stupid,
let's
I'm
just-
going to let them have it.
Let's just get it
You know,
done.
otherwise, I don't care. Exactly.
Yeah,
Right,
we're just
so
moving on.
Our whole focus is
Get it
different.
done.
We're not
Well,
whatever
yeah.
it was.
But I'm only going to take so much.
You're not going to. I'll
No,
take care
well,
of it.
I'm not talking about you guys.
No, I know. But
I
I'm
already
saying,
got called an idiot just walking in here.
well, we'll take care of that. That's my responsibility, right? So, different ship, different command.
Well,
yeah. All right, you guys ready?
Oh, we got a minute. You can't. Now you can call it. You gotta go. Go.
Okay, welcome everybody. There's a few of us up here, but it's only because Larry's out of town at the moment. We already know the history of this, so new situation, new time. So we're going to call the meeting of the Buchanan City Commission for Monday, August 26th to order, 7 p.m. We don't currently have any recognition, and if you guys could join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Callie, gonna roll call, please.
Whedon,
Here.
Yansky,
yes.
Money, Swem.
Yes,
You
here.
have a quorum.
It's like it's you and I on everything tonight, Dan.
Yeah. So, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Also move.
Support?
Roll call.
Bianski,
Yep.
Swem,
Yes.
Whedon.
Yes.
Carries.
Okay, we'll take now public comments for agenda items only. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. State your name for the record.
Did we,
Public comments
you
first.
approve the agenda? What about the consent calendar?
Public's first.
Yeah, we'll come.
Oh, excuse me.
No, it's okay. All right. So, seeing no public comment, we'll move down to the consent agenda. Take a motion on the consent agenda.
So moved?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Swem,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski.
Yes.
Carries.
Thank you. All right, we do not have any scheduled matters from the floor. Reports and departments, we have none. Unfinished business. Resignation acceptance. Consider accepting Mayor Sean Dennison's resignation. Effective date is of August 12th, 2024. I will take a motion on that letter.
I move to accept Mayor Sean Dennison's resignation as presented.
I'll second.
Discussion? Very good. Roll call, please.
Swem,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Down to new business, expenditures, considering approving the expenditures of August 26 in the amount of $95,355.10.
So I'll move to approve the expenditures as presented.
I'll second, but I have a couple comments.
All right, what you got?
We're still paying for that magazine. Were we done paying for it now? The Andrews, is that the last payment for that?
The brochures,
Yeah,
I believe that one there was a past due bill.
okay. And then, we bought a forklift. I just putting this on the record. I've already talked to Tim about this. We bought a forklift and a couple other pieces of equipment out of that $5 million we spent. I'd kinda like to bring it to the attention of getting an inventory, of what we do have already,
Sure.
or what happened to the old equipment. Cause I mean, it's stored in a couple different places.
I think that's been a request probably since you were on the commission previously. Our commission has been asking that. So I definitely would like to ensure that once we start to move closer to move-in date on the DPW, that we get a solid inventory, and then if there's things that can be offset by, auctioning them off and, or what have you.
Yeah, I think keeping control on that is a good idea. I briefly talked to Tim about it as well, and it sounds like we're coming in under budget on a few of those acquisition items, so it would be nice to get an update as to when we're purchasing, when Mike able to come in, and since we're in that mode now, right, we're starting to fill the facility, so it'd be great to give him a pat on the back if we can come under budget there.
And if if you get a chance, walk down and see the DPW building. I mean, it's money well spent. They definitely did what I believe would be that amount of money spent on a building like that, so well done.
I've only got one more question. Is the state reimbursing us for galvanized pipe that we're replacing in these, houses? Cause I seen Cindy Perry got galvanized pipe replacement.
They are not reimbursing us.
Okay.
Those are our responsibility to replace those lead lines, and galvanized considered lead.
Yeah,
But that's only up to the house, right?
into the house, I believe. We
Yeah.
just talked about it at water sewer again.
I'd have to clarify that with Craig as
Yeah.
to,
Where it connects into their home system.
Right, we don't replace the lines in the house. We
Not in
replace
the
lines
house.
up to the house.
I think it's up to the meter. Basically, they said if there's any, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't know the exact letter of the law, but if there's any question that it could have been galvanized or lead, we are responsible for the replacement. And Craig only has a handful more of testing spots across the whole community to do, and he's basically
Yeah, I don't
done.
think there's too many,
think
cause I was part of this 6 years ago.
Yeah, I think there's only 11 spots left.
Right.
So we're checking the box and
But
meeting our
I do
expectation
really wanna
there.
make sure, Patrick, that we're not replacing without, if the state mandated this,
Mhm.
the state threw this down our throats. I just wanna make sure that we're not paying individuals to replace the pipe inside their house.
We-
I don't believe we
yeah,
are.
we are not
Okay.
doing that. I can.
I'll confirm that though, Dan.
That's all I got.
Thanks, Dan. Roll call, please.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
Swem.
Yes.
Carries.
Thank you. Next up, crossing guard agreement. Consider approving the 2024-25 crossing guard agreement with the Buchanan Public Schools.
I move to approve the 2024-2025 crossing guard agreement as presented.
I'll second.
Discussion?
We
Nothing.
agree to this every year.
We do.
Yep.
We do. All right. Roll call, please.
I think it's a
Make-
50-50 split,
Mhm.
pretty much between the
Yeah,
schools.
Yeah, and they
Right.
deserve every bit they get for the
Bianski?
volunteers.
Yes.
Swem,
Yes.
Whedon.
Yes.
Carries.
Thank you. Next up, resolution 2024.08/23, consider resolution, poverty exemption guidelines resolution.
So this resolution you guys approved last year in June. It was for our assessor Mindy to get ready for her audit for the state. The state did come back just actually last week and said that there was one little update that needed to be made in that resolution. So we were able to get it on in front of you guys. It just goes with the Public Act of 2020. It takes just a little part out of it,
Yeah.
so.
What I think that might have been approved when I was gone last June, but at least I don't remember. What exactly does it do?
So there was some new guidelines for poverty exemption that the state put out in 2020. We just had to for procedure wise, we
Mhm.
had to meet those.
Okay.
I believe this one said it was takeout, you had to reach like $500 worth of taxes for it to be qualified.
Mhm.
That needed to be taken out of it now, cause
Okay.
Public Act said no.
Okay. Move to approve resolution 2024.08/23, the poverty exemption guidelines as presented.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Swam,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
carries.
Thank you. Ultraviolet disinfection system, consider approval of the ultraviolet disinfection system components for the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay, the UV ultraviolet lamps are the primary source of disinfecting our bacteria prior to discharge to the river. And those lamps have a service life, and I'd like to get those on hand in the facility prior to us reaching the end of our life on that. I want to go with the original equipment manufacturer. They are the original equipment that went into the plant, and there are other brands that you can get, but I like to go with the original brand that is specifically designed for that system. And so for the 48 lamps and the lamp wiper assemblies, and then I've got a ballast in there and some other miscellaneous components, comes to $12,091, and I'd like to get approval to proceed with that.
And this, what's the lead time on this stuff? Is it easy to
It's in
get?
stock, yeah.
It's in stock,
Yeah,
alright. Okay.
that's what, kinda why I'm getting going early on
Yeah.
too, cause I wasn't sure of the lead time.
Is it one of those things we should keep some
That was my next-
additionals on
We
stock?
do have some additional on hand right now.
Oh, great.
And
Okay.
some other components. Yep, it's good to keep spares on hand.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right, I'll take a motion.
I'll move to approve the purchase of ultraviolet disinfection system purchase not to exceed the amount of $12,091.
Support.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Swam,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
carries.
you. All right, next on the agenda is a DDA discussion. Won't need any motion, but as many of you have heard, if you've been in other meetings, that we're in the process of requesting the resurrection of the DDA. And during that time, what we're going to ask of the city, nothing more than just to utilize their services, their staff to move that situation forward. And then the anticipation is that once the DDA is established, then we'll go through the process of rebuilding the board. The money that they had left over that they had not dedicated to specific projects at the end of their dismantling is still in our coffers, so that money will be utilized to recreate the DDA, so it will not be any additional expense to the city. And then that, I anticipate, this is not, I'm not speaking for the other two gentlemen, but my anticipation is that we take those funds and we move them back to the DDA under their structure, and then they handle that moving forward, right? So, I know that, Dan, did you want to speak on this? We don't have a lot of details to pass out right now. What we're, once again, asking the city staff is to move forward on this to get that establishment available for our DDA department.
Well, everybody's kind of waiting in the wings to see, I mean, the DDA was a good thing for the city, and they're gonna need somebody in the city, which is gonna be, I feel, should be Rich, because that's where it was at before. The city manager was responsible to show up to the meetings, but I don't really feel that's necessary. But there was a lot of infighting, and I don't really know, I don't think the infighting was amongst the downtown business owners. I think there was just outside distractions
Right.
to the DDA. But the DDA was a good thing, and I think most everybody agrees to it, and we've pretty much established the fact that we need a DDA to really keep the Main Street program going, so that it's not sucking tax dollars out of the city. And then the DDA, all of the people that have volunteered to be on the Main Street can continue. I mean, Main Street can continue, but we don't have a director now.
Right.
And unless Rich steps up, I don't see us getting a director in the near future until we sort out this DDA thing.
Yeah, I think the benefit that we have right now with the Liv Buchanan group, I think they've established their credibility as people who can work together and do many great things. I don't anticipate that changing at any point in time. I think that bringing back the DDA gives you guys a way to structure what you're doing and have an avenue to do that consistently instead of being concerned over what the city is or isn't gonna share with you. So,
Well,
and
so,
go ahead.
yeah, so my take on it is, this isn't a diversion away from Lib Buchanan at all. It's starting the conversation about a longer-term plan from a funding standpoint, Granted, there's expectations that come with a DDA. So for tonight's direction, the answer, I believe, that we want to portray is, let's start figuring out the cost and timeline for reestablishment, and then we can see how it plays globally within the city as a whole, and Lib Buchanan, the DDA representation, etc. But it's an important funding mechanism long-term that we should be beginning to recapture. But we don't have a ton to sink our teeth into tonight until we know how much it's going to cost and what it's going to take to do it, and I think Rich is the right guy to lead that charge.
Agreed.
Could you get back with us by the next meeting on costs? Because I got some pretty good numbers out there already. And you got some pretty good information out there.
Yeah, we do.
I think Jeff would help you quite a bit.
Yep. And Alan supplied us with some great information. I haven't, as Patrick said, I haven't clicked on the links, but I've read the email. So, you know, I think we recognize the missteps and the ways that things that led to the dissolution of that, and let's not all forget I was part of that. I think that I was misled and believed to be something that it wasn't. So, you know, here's my opportunity to be part of the resolution and bring it back. But I think we're going to do it better. I believe that the people in the room, the way that this city has come together in the face of that, is proven to me that we can all work together and work with even the people we disagree with. So,
And I don't think we need to completely redo it. We've already got the base. I think we should be able to tweak it, you know.
Yeah.
This is a time to rewrite it, but not completely rewrite it from page 1 to page 75.
agreed.
Let's see
I
what
think we
Rich,
can take the contract that we had, you know, the TIF is gonna be a little bit different, of course. But, so the cost, but I mean, you know, I checked on a couple different ones, $20,000 to $30,000, but that was starting a TIF from the very beginning,
so
scratch.
we got a baseline. We'll see what Rich comes back to us with, and we can have some more discussion.
Yep.
All right, I'm good
Anything
with
else? You good? Okay.
that. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, moving on. Communications. We are currently accepting applications for the City Commission 2-year partial term. The Buchanan City Commission is accepting applications for that term ending in 2026. Interested parties shall fill out and return the completed applications to the clerk by this upcoming Friday. And applicants must be in the city residence, they must be registered to vote, and they must be over 18. Also, in addition to that, at the end of that term, if they were so choose to run again, they will have to do, because they will be in a position of that term ending, and if they want to continue on, they have to run just like the other 2 seats, because we will have 3 seats open at that time, or there's an opportunity for 3 seats. So please, if you have people within your communication that you believe would be interested or would be a benefit to this city commission, please encourage them to apply.
How many have we got running right now?
Currently, we have 1 application. So please put the word out. The city has put that on their website. They have put it out on Facebook. I don't think we do email blasts, or text blasts, but it might take that. I don't know. But either way,
Okay.
I promise it will not be as bad as it was, and I hope that everybody can be respectful and mind their P's and Q's. It's kind of like running a classroom. I feel like my mom. You guys behave yourselves, or I'm going to send you down to the principal's office. Okay, so moving on. Public comment for non-agenda items. Once again, 3 minutes, and please state your name for the record.
My name is Richard Martin. I live at 920 Chippewa. That's in Buchanan. I'm here to inform you that on October 19th, we're going to be planting trees again. We've got it was a real quick and dirty grant that we got from Relief, which we did about 3 years ago. We had a grant for 50 trees from Relief. This year it's going to be about 25 trees. And we're planning to plant in the 100 to 800 block of West Front and the 100 block of Dewey Street. And we've already identified all the sites. Nowhere are there power lines overhead, and it's where we've got a decent sized tree lawn. So once again, 100 to 800 block of West Front and 100 block of Dewey. Just wanted everybody to be aware in case they've got a problem with that. So I will entertain phone calls if anybody wants to call me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you. Okay, seeing nobody else, move on to executive comments.
Okay, we do have a finance committee meeting this week with our auditing firm in preparation for the financial audit. Mike's crew has been doing work at the cemetery. They installed a new insulated overhead door on one of the barns, and they're in the process of installing a second one out there. They're doing a real good job, and we're making that building a little more energy efficient. Craig Miller and I will be meeting with the district engineer for Eagle tomorrow regarding our cross-connection control program update and our progress toward a new water system reliability study. We need to update that as well. So that's what's going on here this week.
Very good. Thank you, Tim. Mr. Bianski?
I didn't say anything before, but Chipapalooza, there was a comment about doing something in October by Main Street. Why don't you turn Chipapalooza into our celebration of the city of Buchanan, because you had a real good turnout down there. And you've built it, what is it, the third year or the fourth year that you've done it?
Fourth year we're doing it downtown.
Yeah, I mean, you've done it for about 30 years, haven't you, at the house? 35 years?
Not quite 30.
But it came up as a suggestion, and with all the side vendors and everything else that was going on down there, I think it could be a very good weekend proposition. Other than that, I don't have too much else to say.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Swim?
Yeah, as many of you are aware, it was quite a surprise to the commission that Mayor Dennison resigned at our last meeting, so I just want to take this time to thank Sean for all the time that he put in and gave to this community. He is a great man, gave a lot, cared a lot, and at a minimum, I just wish him the very best for him and his family moving forward, and thank him for the time he put in. That's all I have.
Well, I don't have anything profound. I don't have anything written down. I didn't anticipate, sitting up here and speaking or speeching at anybody. I definitely mirror everything that Patrick said. I put 6 years in on this commission with Sean. We've been through some good, we've been through some bad. We had our disagreements, and I think that's part of being on the commission, is that we're always not going to agree, but I think always maintain a level of decorum. Dan and I haven't always agreed. Patrick and I haven't always agreed, but I believe that we can all have casual discourse about things and still be respectful of each other's positions. And the minute that we lose that focus, then for everybody involved, we all see what that can lead to. So I promise you this, I lead from a different position. I maintain my composure. I respect everybody's position. If you respect mine, I will not get heated, and I will not raise my voice. This is a chamber of place of respect. People put their hard work and dedication into the city and this building, and I believe that we need to come with the same context. So that's really all I have. So with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
Swem,
Yes.
you're adjourned.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
You know Jeff, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Hello, Jeff.